Hello, this is Tanya from Love Goddess Tarot, and I just wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a peaceful, beautiful, festive season with your loved ones and family. And today I want to do a love reading for those of you who are still struggling, feeling alone, feeling like something is missing from your love life, feeling like things don't go right. And from what I can see in the overall energy is that sometimes it's a lot harder for those of you that are empathic in nature. You know, the High Priestess, she's highly intuitive. So whether you're male, female, or gender neutral, you are an intuitive soul. And so you feel things more strongly, you feel them more intensely, perhaps than other people. And so for you, it's not easy to connect and bond with anyone. And when things go wrong, you feel it harder, you feel it more intensely, more painfully. And so this reading today is for you if this resonates with you, because I want to do a specific reading for the empathic ones amongst you, because your year has not been easy, and perhaps you've had a few years that haven't been easy. So we want to be looking today at what is happening and why you're feeling the way you do. And usually around this festive season time, emotions are heightened and there's much more intensity, and perhaps it's more illuminated when you feel alone, lonely, and just somewhat hopeless about love. So for those of you who have been struggling, the Tower card comes up as a time of change. This is currently what's going on for you. There's a time of change. It is part and parcel of your journey. Now I hear the guides saying, I hear Spirit saying that you may not see clearly at this time, and you could be feeling quite sorry for yourself, but they want you to know that they're here with you right now and you're not alone. And I think this is really important, because sometimes self-isolating can be or seem like the only way, but it's often better to reach out and share. So please feel free to share here too if you need to. I am around. And if you're feeling alone or you just need to feel connected, then reach out on my channel, please, because we're all in this together. So this change that's coming is a good change, but it doesn't feel comfortable. You know, when in our love lives we're feeling upheaval and confusion and things breaking apart, well, this is pretty relevant to this time of year. And sometimes we just got to learn to surrender, you know, radical surrender and letting go, just letting go and being, not trying to control, not trying to force, not trying to fix. And so, you know, sometimes during this type of energy, it's sort of a sense of the mind going into overdrive. You on that hamster wheel trying to find a solution. Your mind is trying to work it out, and it can be so exhausting. And one thing I do see here is that perhaps for quite a few of you, you're feeling exhausted. It is a time of hopes and fears. You know, it's not clear. This is always my card of illusion, and I always look at this and think, yes, you know, assumptions may be about. We might be assuming we know what's going on. You might feel like a certain way and you might want to react because these energies are intense, and I ask you not to do that because you're not seeing clearly. When there's illusion around, you might actually find that whether you're alone and still seeking, or you're in a situation that somehow isn't working, whether there's no contact, or you're just on pause, or it's slow, or it's not giving you clarity, assumptions, and, you know, making a call on it and acting impulsively, especially this time of the year, is not a good idea. So step back. This is really a good time to do a little bit of inner work, to do a little bit of self-loving. You know, you're beautiful. You're an amazing soul. You're not here by choice, in the sense that it's not a thing of choice per se. You're here because you knew that you were coming to make a difference in this world. You knew you were coming to meet your soul contracts with those that were coming in terms of your love life and in other areas of your life. So it's not like you're here coincidentally or even by some sort of choice, because the minute we put it in a box and say, somehow I've made a choice, it makes it very black and white, where the bigger picture is all is good as it is. And you're very shortly, the intensity and passion that's coming in for you is pretty awesome. And, you'll feel it even more. You'll have heightened feelings around this. And I can tell you that quite a few of you are on path to meet your soulmate. You're on this pathway of discovering your person. You may already know your person. A lot of you already know this person. And there's an intensity and a connection that's needed time and space, but things are not clear right now. And this is probably the hardest time for those of you who are, for example, in no contact, or, you're still seeking. This is coming for you. It's divinely ordained. It's coming in from spirit. So your person is coming. And I can see a lot of you through the current changes are feeling very trapped, and the mind is causing this. This is not a sense of intuition. Remember, as an empath, you're able to find balance and look at what's behind those two columns, the very black and white of thoughts. Behind it is the most beautiful sunflowers and joy, happiness. And it's only the mind that keeps us stuck and trapped. So you may be feeling somewhat stuck, unable to move forward right now. Don't do anything rash. This is spirit keeping you in a space so that you don't do something impulsive. And I keep getting that sense of being impulsive. Don't do it. And also, don't send any ugly messages. Don't send anything that you wouldn't want to hear yourself. It's really important to not go into a negative space. Remember, with the Tower card, sometimes this does indicate arguments and disagreements, and so easy for things to spiral out of control. So please try to avoid any impulse. Know that today is not the best day to reach out and try and resolve things. Today is the best day to step back, reflect, and whatever emotions come up, allow them to come up and allow yourself to feel them. These things are for us to learn from these situations, and emotions are temporary. They don't stay. It changes, and don't do something you'll regret, because a lot of what I'm seeing here is some of you might end up doing something that you regret, and this is just a gentle reminder to pull back into yourself. Very soon there's the Six of Cups coming in, which is all about past memories, good times. This is soulmate connections. This is your past, someone from the past coming back. This is meeting somebody that you perhaps even know or knew from the past, but maybe you never had a romantic connection with them. This is saying, for those of you in no contact, yes, your person's coming back. There's a chance to start things anew. It just depends. Look, there's free will, and it is saying you're getting another chance. However, what you do with that chance is up to you. These generalized readings are for guidance only. So you take what resonates and you let the rest fly. The Ace of Wands comes up as a gift from Spirit, a new start, new way of thinking, a new pathway of ideas, inspiration come in to do with your love life. So you may feel very renewed enthusiasm here. It feels like you're at the beginning of something. So for those of you who are waiting for that relationship, it's here, it's coming in 2024. Try to remain positive. Try to remember this is a good time to really just manifest that love. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Remember, this is a new inspiration, a new time coming in. So for those of you who want to reconnect with your past loves, well, that's a good time. And as I always say, for me, this is always the universe offering you the golden nugget. There's a gift that's wrapped up in a lesson that is going to help you emotionally shift a lot of the old stuff, and you will be amazed how your relationships are going to change. If you follow through on this, if you see what Spirit is bringing you. So it's really important that you remain very connected to Spirit over this festive season and learn what there is to learn. It's beautiful because what's coming in is something totally new, something totally and utterly wonderful. So please do not do anything impulsive to the negative. The Queen of Cups comes in today very much reminding you to pause and self-reflect. It's a really good time to go inward. She is, after all, the symbol of the emotions, whether male, female, or gender neutral. Your Queen of Cups is your inner part that's emotional. And it's asking you to look within and not to react towards the outside. And that's really important at this time. You will be given choices. But I feel like I did sort of a little side spread here. And it's sort of saying that a lot of you have been working really, really hard to upgrade, to attract something different into your life, to perhaps break a pattern. And, where the devil comes up, for me, it tells me that a pattern is being dealt with, an addiction, an obsession, something that's making you unhappy. Truly, it's one of these things that we repeat over and over again. And at the end of it all, we seem to almost impulsively repeat the same patterns. And with this, at the moment, it's talking about over the season, watch your words. If you are reaching out to someone that things have been tense with, please just think